Yeah, it's really nice. I think it feels a little bit less rushed than last season. I think we feel a bit more settled. We have homes to live in, and it's great to be able to get everyone together and get a good solid 4 weeks under our belt.
Yeah, have you missed the team over the last few months? Has it been nice to kind of get stuck back into training?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I moved down here a few months ago, so yeah, it was a lonely few months waiting for everyone to get here. But yeah, it's been great, and a lot of the girls have been training together the last few months up in Auckland, and obviously with the 20s. So it's kind of nice just to get everyone back in and starting to gel again, and obviously there's some new additions to the squad this year, so it's good to get that experience now before season starts.
Yeah, because I think we had sort of joked about before the last season that I guess aside from Tilly, you were one of the oldest in the team. Has it been nice to have some more experience of additions to the team? And what do you make of the signings the team's made so far?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was obviously the major thing we were missing last year, was just that little bit of experience, and I think I would have, with my 2 seasons, that would have been, I think, the most experience. And then obviously we had Tilly. She brought a lot of experience from her time in the A-League, but now we've got girls that have played not just in the A-League but all over the world, and I think there's a lot we can learn from them, and I think that will really put us in good stead when we get into those high pressure situations in games. And then what's the follow-up?
Yeah, I think that kind of answers what I wanted to know. I see the club's sort of set a pretty ambitious target of 10,000 people they want to get the first game, which would be an A-League woman record. After having the first season in Australia, how excited are you just to have that big crowd support, and how awesome would it be to see as big a turnout as possible in that first game?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a whole new experience compared to last year. Obviously, we didn't have that support from our friends and family, so I think to have our closest to us in the stands will be amazing, and really excited that the club is pushing for this 10,000. I think it's a great opportunity, with the World Cup coming, that a lot more eyes are going to be on the game now, so I think there's really a wave to ride, essentially, that we can really hop on and try to make the most of this. And I mean, what better place than Wellington? I think it's got such a good, football community. I think would really love to get that 10,000.
Yeah, because it's like the one professional club in New Zealand. What do you see your responsibility is in terms of the World Cup's coming and trying to build that support? I guess the Phoenix have sort of got that first chance to really sort of gather a bit of momentum.
Yeah, absolutely. I think even just last season, even being over the ditch, you could feel there was a bit of excitement building, and to finally have this women's team that we were missing. And I think now we have the chance to kind of showcase what women's football is about at a professional level, and I think obviously bringing a big big group of the Ferns back into Wellington is very exciting. I think that will get us even more eyes on the game. So I think there's a huge opportunity for us as a team to really go out there and kind of make a name for ourselves in New Zealand.
Now that you've had some time to reflect on the season last year through the off-season, how have you sort of felt you've grown as a sort of leader or footballer through, I guess, what was a challenging year on and off the field?
Yeah, I think it really wasn't until I stepped away from it, went home and kind of thought through how much I think we all grew as a team. I think it was a really challenging experience. I think put us in some pretty tough situations at times, and I think I'm so proud of the way everyone grew from that. But that is professional football, isn't it? I think it's not easy, so it will be nice to do that here from home, but I imagine we'll grow again as people, and yeah, I'm sure there'll be lots of challenges ahead this season too.
Yeah, definitely. Do the expectations on the team rise a bit more now? You've got this amazing facility, you've got home ground, you're living in more normal circumstances?
Yeah, absolutely. The expectations are very high. I think, there were no excuses last season, but, I think now we have no excuse in terms of we have this incredible facility to train on. We get to, have quite a close connection with the men's team now, and I think that's very beneficial for us to see, I guess, guys that have been in this environment for a long time. We didn't really have that interaction with them last season, so I think that's been very beneficial just in these last 2 weeks, and they've been amazing and welcoming us to the club, and obviously we have more experienced players, and we've had that season together now, and having Nat and a lot of the same staff is just helps us continue and build on from last season.
How tough was it losing your head coach from the first season? I imagine it can't have been easy for a lot of the group.
Yeah, it was really tough to see Jem go. Obviously, yeah, she was a huge part of the success of last season, and but obviously at the same time we're stoked for it. It's an amazing opportunity, and we're stoked to have Nat step up into that head coach role. She's done amazing. I think, you know, just in this last 2 weeks she's really stepped up, and she's someone that has a lot of rapport with the players, and the girls really respect her, and so I think, yeah, she's thriving in position, and I'm really excited to see what she does with the team.
I'm sure you heard lots about this facility before you actually stepped in here. What was your sort of reaction when you had a proper look around and saw everything that's going on here?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I haven't seen anything like this in New Zealand. I went to University in America, and this, you know, they have a lot of fancy stuff over there, and I think this beats it. It's incredible, and it's amazing to be able to have everything in one spot, and you know, we can train and do our gym and our trainings and our recovery all within a couple of hours. It also, you know, means we can be more time efficient, and yeah, it's incredible. And NZCIS have been amazing in welcoming us here and you know, making us feel at home.
Cool.
In terms of you know, football ferns, I guess goalkeeper is a position of, you know, real strength, and you're really sort of pushing to be involved in that squad. How big is that, like, a motivation heading into this next ALeague Women's season?
Yeah, huge. I think, yeah, obviously personally that's definitely one of my goals, is to crack that Ferns squad, but I think the whole team will be, you know, they get the opportunity to play also in front of the staff. A lot of the Ferns staff will be based in New Zealand, so I think, you know, we're in a unique position where we can, you know, get to play right in front of them, so that's definitely a big motivator. Obviously, it's getting closer and closer to the World Cup, so this is kind of the crunch time, and there'll be that little bit of, you know, pressure in the background, but yeah, I'm sure, you know, our first focus is this season, but obviously that's definitely something in the back of the mind.
Yeah, and you mentioned, like, being able to sort of interact with the men's team and collaborate with them. Are there any examples of, yeah, like, how that's sort of happened so far? Like, do the teams, yeah, get to interact much? Or
Yeah, I mean, from the first day we're here, they were amazing. They all came up and introduced themselves, and yeah, Alex Roof has been incredible. He's, you know, come and had a chat to me and said, you know, how can they help us, you know, feel more at home, and if we need any advice or anything. But yeah, I think it's been really nice to have that interaction with them, and, you know, just to even just go out and watch them train and see that level has been really beneficial.